Hello everyone, I'm Amir Adibi of Patentlawyer.io, and today I'm going to discuss Crossroads systems versus Cisco systems, Quantum, Oracle, and Dot Hill systems. This case was decided by the Federal Circuit on June 6, 2017. In this case, the Federal Circuit affirmed the Appeal Board's inter-party review decisions, finding all reviewed claims unpatentable as obvious. This case involves three patents: U.S. Patent Number 6425035, Patent Number 7934041, and Number 7051147. The patents disclose a system for providing network-based computer storage. Standard protocols are used to connect the storage router to the workstations and to the storage devices. Figure 3 of the patents shows a storage router 56 that sits in between workstations 58 and storage devices 62 and 64. The storage router 56 maps workstations to portions of storage devices. For example, the storage device 62 is partitioned into workstation A storage, workstation B storage, workstation C storage, and workstation D storage. Storage router 56 maps the workstations to their respective partitioned subset of storage space. For example, workstation A block 58 is mapped to workstation A storage block 66 through the fiber channel 52 storage router 56 and the SCSI bus 54. This mapping is a key aspect of this appeal. Let's look at the representative claims of the patents so that we can understand the issue. Claim 28 of the 147 patent recites a mapping between a device connected to a first transport medium and a storage device connected to a second transport medium. Claim 1 of the 041 patent recites, maintain a map to allocate storage space on the remote storage devices to devices connected to the first transport medium. Claim 11 of the 035 patent recites mapping between devices connected to the first transport medium and the storage devices. As you can see here, each of the representative claims has a map between devices limitation. Let's discuss the prior art relied upon by the board. The board's decision rested on a single prior art reference, a user's manual for the CRD 5500 SCSI RAID controller. The user manual discloses a redundant array of independent disks or RAID controller that connects numerous redundant disk drives to one or more hosts. The RAID controller provides access to a SCSI disk array. The user manual explains that the SCSI disk array can be grouped into RAID sets. The manual also calls these RAID sets redundancy groups. Figure 1-1 of the user manual shows how the disk drives are grouped into RAID sets. For example, RAID 1 mirror pair at the top or RAID 0 at the bottom. The user manual also explains how the RAID controller can be connected to up to 4 hosts. The RAID controller can map RAID sets differently to each host. Remember, the RAID sets represents a portion of the array disk of drives. The user can assign RAID sets differently to each host. For example, the user can make one RAID set available to one host, but not available to another host. So one set of disk drives could be assigned to store data from one host, and another set of disk drives can be assigned to store data from another host. Figure 1-2 of the manual shows how 4 hosts are each connected to a subset of array of disks via the CRD 5500 RAID controller. The CRD 5500 RAID controller has a configuration utility that can be used to configure which sets of disk drives are accessible to a particular host channel. Now that we have a background on the patent and the prior art, let us discuss the court's analysis and reasoning. Obviousness is a question of law reviewed de novo by the Federal Circuit. The Federal Circuit reviews board's factual findings for substantial evidence. Substantial evidence is such relevant evidence as a reasonable mind might accept as adequate to support a conclusion. Crossroads tried to argue that the term map here was limited to mapping directly to a host device itself and excluded mapping through intermediate identifiers. Of course, Crossroads was trying to distinguish the channels of the CRD 5500 from host devices. The board did not agree and found that the CRD 5500 manual disclosed a map between host devices and storage devices. The Federal Circuit also agreed with the board. Each host in the CRD 5500 manual is represented by a unique channel number. The Federal Circuit noted that a host and a channel number are functionally the same thing in the CRD 5500 manual. Each host device is given its own channel number that uniquely identifies the host device. So the channel number is merely an intermediate identifier for a host device. The Federal Circuit agreed with the board that the ultimate logical mapping performed by the CRD 5500 is from a storage device to a host. The opinion also addressed certain dependent claims, which I will not address here in this video. The Federal Circuit affirmed the board's decision as being supported by substantial evidence. If you wish, please argue the merits of the case in the comments section below. Thank you for watching.